Happy, beautiful Sunday, dreamers. Today's episode is going to be called Face the Facts. And why we are going with that is because a few different things, guys. And I want to go ahead and start by saying that we had gotten used to the aspect of, with COVID and everything in that regards by having this mask on, hiding the reality, hiding the truth, hiding the cover, everything in that regards. And the biggest thing that I came to personally realize is that you cannot wear that mask. That mask is something that hides you guys from your true identity, hides you from that reality you're trying to achieve, hides you from going out there and doing bigger and better things for yourself. One of the big things that I personally do, that not only some role models that I have learned this from, as well as like family, as well as just personal development that I personally seen. The biggest thing, guys, that you have to understand and you have to do, and it's not something that we all enjoy doing. However, it's needed and it's definitely mandatory if you want bigger and better things out of your life. And that thing is honestly going to be when you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, even throughout your day, look at yourself in the mirror. Face yourself in the mirror. It's not something that many people can do. Honestly, to all my dreamers and the fellow black sheeps, one of the first time I've ever faced myself in the mirror, I started bawling my eyes out. And it's not something to be ashamed of, guys. I just wasn't happy with how my life was at that specific moment, what I was doing, where I was at. I had to say some true things about myself that made me wake the fuck up and realize that who I want to be and what I want to do with myself. The biggest thing that I recommend you guys doing is looking yourself in the mirror, facing your facts. Honestly, nowadays, I can look myself, I can do what I got to do, because I know the reality I have. I know the future that I hold. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I carry on myself. What you guys all have to understand is that we all have beautiful, beautiful personalities. Every single one of us that are in the black sheeps, in the dreamer aspect, in personal lives, whatever the case is, we all have this mask that we do not like to face, or that we face that we fully haven't adapted to, or we fully haven't understanded to what the outcome could be or could not be. The biggest thing, like I said on the last episode, guys, is you have to have those fears. Those fears are what motivates you. Those fears are what gets you out of bed in the morning. I personally cannot go about my day not knowing that there could be some type of, how I look at it is that I always see the outcome as every great possibility and every great, potential. However, every great thing does have a negative outcome to it. However, every negative outcome has a positive outcome to it. So you got to understand that no matter what, no matter where, you have to follow that passion of yours. You have to follow that dreams. You have to follow yourselves into achieving that bigger picture, that bigger reality of what we're trying to do, what you guys are trying to achieve. The thing that I personally can explain and understand and express to you guys as somebody that has lived this, as somebody that is, manifesting his dreams and bringing his dreams to a reality, and somebody that can help change the narrative and change the story of what you're facing. The story that I was facing 2 years ago is definitely not the same story I am facing today. And the story I'm facing today is a lot more, honestly, it's more motivating. It's more passionate. It's something that helps drive me. And we'll go further in detail, randomly throughout different episodes. But what I just want to say is that when you guys see yourselves, do not see yourselves as a smaller person than you really are. I seen a video actually yesterday. The funniest thing, and not even funny, funny in regards to the reaction. However, this little kid, he was 13 years old. He was doing an interview actually, and the person that was interviewing him said, I heard you own a house. And the kid says, I do. And mind you, this kid's like I think he was like 13 or 14, something like that. Anyways, he's like, I own a house. The house is in my name. This is my property, things like that. And the guy asked him, he's like, how did you do it? Obviously you cannot put it in your name. He's like, no, I did not put it in my name. My father did. However, it's my money that had purchased the property. And to make a long story short, what the kid was doing is he decided to start a YouTube channel. He decided to follow his dreams, doing some random things. And honestly, once I pull up the name, I will have to share it, and I'll tag it, and I'll comment it on the page. That way you guys can all go ahead and stream that video. But what basically had motivated me out of that was a lot of people, guys, will doubt you. They won't. And there's 2 points to this, so I'll make the first point first. But a lot of people are going to doubt you, a.k.a. the guy that was interviewing the kid. He didn't believe. He didn't fully succeed at he didn't fully think of what the kid was doing was achievable. He didn't think of the kid. He thought the kid was full of shit. To keep a long story, short. But the kid proved it to him and said, look, like, this is my stuff. This is what I do. And the kid had his own personality of saying that, I'm going to follow my dreams and my passion. And which transitions into the second point, guys. No matter what, no matter where, no matter when, you never stop achieving your dreams. If you're 10, if you're 15, if you're 32, you know what? Even if you're 70 plus, no matter what, as long as you have each and every single day to go ahead and fight for those dreams, fight for those passions, fight for that reality that you're trying to face, guys, no matter what, you should definitely take the opportunity to prevail itself, to show the opportunity and to express what we're trying to do. Everything has a bigger picture to it. From having a table that you buy from IKEA or something to having your 10-year plan. Everything has an out goal and has a long-term plan. As like I've stated many, many times in podcasts and live streams, like God rest his soul, but the late, the rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, a lot of the things that he said was life's a marathon. And because life's a marathon, because you continuously fight for your journeys, you fight for those dreams, guys. When I personally see and I talk to every single one of you guys, I see you as all dreamers, somebody who's never given up, has ever not believed in themselves. And if you haven't gotten to that point yet, we're going to get that out of you. Us as the dreamers, us as the black sheep, like I said, shoot us that message if you guys want to talk about how we can help bring in those dreams to a reality. To go back to what I was initially saying, but what you guys got to do is you got to face the facts that where you guys are currently at, where you want to be, and honestly where your past was. The biggest thing that I don't like is obviously being compared to other people or having comparison with other people. However, the biggest thing that I personally do is compare myself to last year or 6 months ago or last week or even yesterday. When you guys understand that every single day is that new chance to start fresh, to start that reality over, to start that chapter over, to start that new creativity of where you guys want to go in your life. I never have ever, as soon as the first day of Dreams to Reality was made and created, the biggest thing that I had told my partners was, I'm going to help people achieve their dreams, help them bring their dreams to a reality. If you guys want that platform to express yourselves and to show it and to have that opportunity to, get that dream out, shoot us a message, comment below, do what you guys got to do. You can find us on all platforms, YouTube, SoundCloud, we're on Twitter, every single platform. Make sure you guys do follow and subscribe. That way, if the podcast that you have heard thus far has not helped, the more future ones are going to be those ones to outlift and bring that spirit out of you and to bring that fighter out of you. No matter what, never stop achieving, never stop grinding, never stop fighting. Open yourself to that higher self for yours. Open yourself to that success, that plan that God has for you, that plan that, your spiritual side has for you. Never stop understanding that once you fully dive into yourself and understand who you are, the facts of where you want to go, the facts of where you have been, the things that have stopped you from achieving those dreams, make sure you understand that, like I said, the mask that we have worn is that mask that's finally going to get taken off of every single one of us as that black sheep, that the people that have been misunderstood, the people that haven't had that chance to understand that where the dreams that they had thought, the dreams that they wanted to achieve, they were misunderstood of where they were wanting to go. The people that were in their corner weren't that true believer of them. Guys, like I said, we had our biggest supporter is somebody we do not even know. And honestly, I can promise you that I am every single one of your guys' believer. I believe in every single one of you dreamers. The black sheeps, we never stop fighting. We never stop achieving. I have just a little thing about me is that my biggest, animal that I personally love, outside of dogs, obviously, and this is more exotic, but a lion. And I'll make this super, super quick just to wrap this up. But the lion is something that is very inspirational to me, because when you think of that lion or the lioness, what do you think of? That animal that fights for what they want. They go after that territory. They go after their prey. They go after their new spot. They never stop achieving. They will go up against the biggest animal, against the smallest animal. No matter how big their fight is, they will never stop achieving until they get there. And the biggest thing about lions that not many people know of is that, yes, they do have their packs. However, most of them do fight alone. They fight their passions and their reality. Minus their queens and minus their kings, they will never stop achieving their outcome by themselves. And as the black sheeps and as the people that we have continuously fought for those internally and continuously to achieve those things that nobody else really understands or where we are trying to go, internally, guys, you have to believe it at first. If you don't believe it, they won't believe it. And no matter what, it's your dream, it's your reality, it's your life. Wake up, let's get everything situated, and make sure that you guys have your lives in order. Write those passions down, write those goals, face the facts, and wake the fuck up to a better future. Guys, we have 3 months left of 2022. How do you want to end it? Do you want to end it working your same position day after day, stressing? Or do you want to end it living that dream that you have never thought that you wanted to achieve? Never stop achieving, never stop grinding. From underdogs to legend, we're going to the top. Until next episode, guys, we will be having our next live stream, and that live stream will be announced very shortly, but stay tuned. Have an amazing Sunday. Stay blessed, stay beloved. Until then, last thing, my apologies. What I want to just add, and this is a super quick note before we say bye, as it being Sunday, write those goals of the week. Write where you want to take your life this week. Write those new things that you guys want to achieve, and write those new outcomes. On the next episode, I hope you guys have written at least a few of them down. We will make sure that we will have some of them announced. Not obviously the person, but we will have the certain things that can help lift and help bring your neighbor to a different position in their life as well. But until then, guys, stay tuned. Have an amazing Sunday. Love y'all.